YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Black Ops 7. Well, a few things to start. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, probably like a week or so or more. I honestly don't even remember. It's been a while though. A few reasons for that. One, so to preface, I use Microsoft Clipchamp to edit my videos. Probably shouldn't use that software anymore because right now it is being, it's kind of being a dick. Before I was able to record my videos, upload, or import them, no problem. I would never have an issue. It would import, render and everything perfectly. Everything would be perfectly fine. Just work flawlessly, right? I've been using that software ever since I first got my PC. Ever since I first booted this PC up and started, recording and editing, I was using Microsoft Clipchamp, right? And recently, it was literally like about last week. This is why I really haven't been uploading. There's a big reason why, because I've been trying to like figure out why the hell it's been just being weird. Now when I import my videos, or when I started trying to import my videos, it would take extremely long for some reason. Like, I'm talking, I think I had like an hour recording, and for some reason, it felt like it was taking like an hour plus just to import. And it was at like 60%, and I was like, okay, hold on, this is taking way too long, this isn't right. Even for like, say like a 30-minute video, because I had a 30-minute recording too, and I tried importing that. It was a completely separate recording, had nothing to do with anything else. It was just me recording gameplay while I was doing camos, and it was doing the same thing, taking extremely long to upload for no particular reason at all. So I did a little bit of testing. I tried importing old recordings that I had from way before these problems started happening, like when the game first released, Black Ops 7, when I recorded videos and just recording raw gameplay, and they were importing instantly, right? Now, recently, for whatever reason, all my videos were taking fucking forever to import, and I just couldn't figure out why. I was looking through forums, just other like shit and like websites to try to find some kind of solutions, and I was trying all kinds of different solutions, but they weren't working. I was thinking maybe it's because my bit rate was too high. I was trying to record in 4K, so I lowered that. Still didn't work. The way that it works, let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna switch over to OBS, my OBS right now. The way that it works, so I record in advanced settings, right? Hopefully you can see this, but I recorded in advanced settings. Go to output, and right now it's on simple. I had it on advanced. So after like literally, I don't even know how long, like hours one day of trying to just like mess around with all the stuff in here, I thought, I don't know, maybe let me try switching to simple. Switch to simple, recorded a quick little 20-second clip, instant importing. And like that was it. And then I switched back to advanced, recorded another little 20-second clip, and it did the same thing. It would take like, it was obviously quicker because it was like a small 20-second video, but it still took like a minute to import on Clipchamp for some reason. So literally, something as simple as switching my output mode to simple is what fixed it. And I don't know why. I don't really like it that much because I liked advanced. I like advanced a lot more. There's more options to choose from, but I can't record and import my videos normally without this being on simple. So it's just really annoying for no reason at all. Anyways, yeah, there's that whole thing. I also got a new job recently, and I've just been tired. I haven't really been wanting to record or had time to record. But yeah, we are back here on some Black Ops 7, and we're just obviously gonna be continuing the camo grind. I mean, it's just getting mildly annoying now because I'm gonna do the SMGs. Hopefully I can finish the SMGs today. Then of course I gotta move on to the pistols still, and then the launchers, and then the knives. Those shouldn't be too bad. There's only 3 pistols. From what I know, the pistols are really good. The knives shouldn't be that bad either. There's only 2 of them, because then yeah, it's only kills. I don't have to worry about headshots or anything. I just need to get kills, and that's it. It's kind of like with the sniper rifles with the one-shot kills. And then the launchers, I don't know any of the launch challenges. I haven't looked at them yet, but it shouldn't be too bad. I think those are going to be the easier categories. I still need to finish the ARs. I only got these 4 ARs. I finished these like right when the game dropped, like within the first couple days or so. But I still need to do these 2 ARs because I got these gold. You get these gold and then arc light on the rest. And Razor 9mm, we're just going to hop into some matches, get some headshots, talk about some stuff, talk about the game, I guess, talk about some other things I don't want to talk about. Why not? You're probably safely going to Nuketown 24/7. It's currently 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, so I don't think anybody's really on, right? It shouldn't be too many demons playing right now. Stand corrected, a TV, and a bunch of prestiges. Wow, okay. Never mind. There's another thing we could talk about, the matchmaking. I actually watched an exclusive Ace video earlier, and I honestly, maybe you can agree with me, let me know if you agree down below. I honestly think that they completely rug pulled the skill-based matchmaking thing, which is obviously pretty obvious because like a couple days before, people were no longer like able to, it was at a point where people were no longer able to refund their pre-orders. Literally a few days before, like November 11th, I think, they announced the 2 playlists, the minimally considered skill playlist, and then the skill-based matchmaking playlist, which they called standard. If you caught that, they called that the standard playlist. They kind of rug pulled the whole thing because after the beta, they said that what we experienced in the beta was going to be the standard, the quote-unquote standard matchmaking for the game. And then a few days before, they announced the split playlist, which, by the way, I posted about it on Twitter. If you you know, don't follow me on Twitter, go check me out over there. It was when they made their whole like white paper about SBMM, and they had a section in there that was labeled have they ever considered an opt-in opt-out style of matchmaking, right? They said that they have considered it, but they don't think it would be good for the player pool because it would split up the player pool. They have the opt-in opt-out. They have, say, for example, like they have now, they have a playlist minimally considered skill, playlist with heavily considered skill, you know, skill-based matchmaking. They said that it would basically, essentially what they said is that it would have a negative effect like on the player pool, or that's at least what they were implying. They didn't directly say that, but it's pretty obvious that would have a negative effect on the player pool. It would split everybody up too much. Rather than just having like everybody in one matchmaking playlist, they decided to go ahead and just make two separate matchmaking playlists, skill-based matchmaking and minimally considered skill. Anyways, they essentially said what they were actually trying to say was that it obviously would have a negative impact on the player pool. And of course, for some reason, they decided to go ahead and release something like that within this game, despite saying what they said over a year ago. Of course, it wasn't exactly Treyarch, but I guess it was like Activision or whatever that said it themselves. And for whatever reason, I guess I imagine it was Activision that gave them the go-ahead to implement like a split matchmaking playlist like they have now, opt-in, opt-out. Skill where minimally is considered classic matchmaking, quote-unquote classic, and then skill where matchmaking where skill is heavily considered. Of course, it is a scummy little move to do that, like a few days before people were not able, right at the time where people weren't able to refund their pre-orders. Classic Activision move. I mean, that's just typical. They've shot themselves in the foot for so long. They took a shit on the community's head for a long time already, and they're finally fucking getting their karma for it. They even tried to say that they weren't worried about Battlefield 6 because Call of Duty was too big to fail. Well, guess what? It's failing now, motherfuckers. So what's up? What kind of plan do you have now? So I think it's pretty obvious they definitely rug pulled the community with this one, like absolutely. And on top of that, with the open matchmaking, quote unquote open matchmaking, where skill is a minimal consideration, I honestly don't think that it's entirely minimally considered when it comes to the skill part of it. It's not even just me. It's not even average people like me, average players, or just like, you know, people who are just significantly lower skilled than most of the Call of Duty population. It's a lot of pros, streamers, content creators, a lot of like people who are, you know, top of the top, like literal pros. I think even what's his name, Octane mentioned it. Like I said, Exclusive Ace, who are like super analytical, who are doing their testing, are saying the same thing, that it does not feel anything like the matchmaking that we had during the beta. And I agree with that too. It doesn't feel anything like it at all. It is completely different. I get way more competitive matches than I did now than I did in the beta. The beta was beautiful, especially like running in a party, a 6-man or something, or even a 4 or 5-man, felt amazing. But now it's the complete opposite, because now when I run with a party, I get even higher competition. It's weird. Anytime I play in a party now, with this full launch of the game out right now, it is extremely sweaty. Everything is super competitive. Everybody's playing like it's fucking CDL champs with $1 million on the line. It's disgusting. Literally, like one of my friends I was playing with the other day didn't want to play in my lobbies anymore because of my lobbies. Like the skill-based matchmaking bracket, I would get the demon lobbies. That's just how it is. I would always get demon lobbies. But whenever like my friend was playing with me, she did not want to play with me anymore for at least that day, because my lobbies were just terrible. And as soon as she left in her own lobbies, she was having a way better time. Sending me pictures of the game she was having, and I was even saying the same thing. It was solo. A lot of the time solo, I have some really amazing matches. But whenever I play with a party, it's always just terrible. I get thrown in the ringer. Now, right now I'm running around without Ninja, and like these players are not reacting. They're not that good at all. Level 35, level Prestige 1, level 23, level 30, level 55, level 24, Prestige 2, level 53. These guys really aren't that great, and the rest of my team is full of Prestiges. As a Prestige, I think this is a 4 or 5. Check this out, 40 and 11. I'll probably do well the next couple games, because that's usually how it goes, and then for the rest of my session, I'm gonna get thrown into fucking the 10th ring of hell. Me personally, it does feel like skill is definitely still somewhat heavily considered within this open matchmaking. You can't sit here and tell me that skill is still somewhat of an important factor. Maybe not as heavy as like regular skill-based matchmaking, but it is definitely there. Like 100%, you cannot deny that. You can even probably run your own tests. Like I'm definitely gonna like take note of these first few games right now. It'll probably be maybe like the first 5 or 6 games or so before I get thrown into matchmaking hell. I'm playing solo too. I'm not playing with a party or anything. Usually, like I said, if you play with a party with the matchmaking how it is now in the minimally considered skill playlist, you kind of get thrown into a ringer, and a lot of people have been reporting that as well. Even Exclusive Ace's video, he said the same thing. I'm not even playing super hard or anything. I'm wall jumping. I'm pulling some moves and whatnot, but I'm still just trying to do camos and get headshots. I'm using every gun in the game right now to try to do these challenges. Still pulling moves and everything, like I said, because I'm trying to get used to the wall jumping and the movement and everything, and the aiming with like the nerfed aim assist and whatnot. See, like right there, I literally just ran up on that guy. You see that? I know you saw that. That was insane. I am not going to get players like that for the entire day at all. Right now, my ping is at 19. So we'll see how my ping gets later on today as well. Yeah, see, we dominated that match. 200 to 108 and 46 and 20. 46 and 20 and the game like that, complete fucking blowout, like, that's crazy. That's been happening, like, at the beginning of my sessions, like, every time I get on at a different day, every day, I'm on almost every day. It's just like this every time. I'm dominating, and then maybe like 5 or 6 matches later, I just get thrown into hell. The whole like matchmaking thing that they put out is obviously really weird and fishy. We don't entirely understand everything and how it works and how minimally it actually considers skill. It could be something even like 40% of the total like matchmaking, like of all the things that they consider is skill, and then the rest of course is overskill. So that is still like minimal compared to everything else, but they don't exactly say like how or say it is that way. That doesn't entirely mean that skill is just so minimally considered that it's basically a non-factor. Nothing like how it used to be way back in the day, in the older days of Call of Duty, and what people call the golden age. And I'm telling you, yeah, the matchmaking was nothing like how it is now. This is not the same matchmaking that we had way back in the day. Sure, there's like team balancing, lobby balancing, whatever you call it, but it is definitely not what we experienced in the beta, and definitely not what we experienced fucking, say, like a decade ago. And what we experienced in the beta was actually what we used to experience like a decade ago during the golden ages of Call of Duty, when Call of Duty used to actually be good. You can go here to like find a match. They have the open matchmaking right here. It's called an open matchmaking where skill is minimally considered, and then standard right here. They call this the standard mosh pit, even though that they said that this matchmaking right here was going to be the standard at launch. They just, remember that word standard. And now they have this playlist, a standard mosh pit. They're calling it standard mosh pit. Even when you scroll over to it, it says right there next to open, it says standard matchmaking where skill, or actually no, not matchmaking. What the hell? What am I saying? Matchmaking where skill is an important consideration. So they're calling this standard for some reason. I guess they're just trying to gaslight people into thinking that this is standard, when this is actually what was supposed to be here at launch. But no. I don't entirely know. Of course, like I said, we don't know how this works entirely. We need like more of the data guys to do some more testing, but Exclusive Ace did some testing, and I mean, even he said it himself. It is not like how it was in the beta at all. The wording in this is really clever. It says like right here, matchmaking where skill is minimally considered. When before, during the beta, it said it said classic. It had the word classic in there. Classic matchmaking where skill is minimally considered. But they removed classic in there. Just take a little bit of note of that. Their wording is very clever. If you don't catch on to it, you'll obviously miss it. But yeah, they word these things very cleverly, just like with the standard thing here. They're calling this standard, when this is not standard. This is just what we've been experiencing for the past 6 years. This is not the standard matchmaking. This is supposed to be the standard matchmaking, but this is not the standard matchmaking. They have a separate playlist, and for whatever reason, they have this opt-in, opt-out system that they said was bad for the player base and bad just overall last year during their matchmaking talk, their bullshit doctored matchmaking talk. Who am I? I'm just a guy who plays Call of Duty. I grind camos, I make videos or whatever. I don't know much about this at all. I could go out of my way and test it a bit. Like, I played 2 matches, did really well, dominated in those matches. So we'll see how like the next matches go after that, after like say another 3. Yeah, so let me know what you think down in the comment section below, if your experience is any similar to mine and everybody else. If you're experiencing the same thing with like just getting thrown into the fucking ringer as if you're just playing regular skill-based matchmaking in what's supposed to be the open playlist. I don't know. Let me know what your experience is, if you're even playing this game at all. Like, I know a lot of people probably aren't. Like, it's just really being negatively received right now. Let me know either way. I would love to see what you guys have to say. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss an upload by me. I'd really appreciate that as well. I'm gonna try to upload a bit more consistently now that I have this stupid OBS thing and Clipchamp set up. I'll probably just stop using Clipchamp. I'm gonna stop rambling though. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.